Hey everyone, welcome to Reaction Shots for whatever month 5 is. May?
5. I always go January, February, March, April, May. There we are.
Yeah, I mean that's how you do it. You count them up.
Yep.
So we were gonna do an Oscars episode, but I didn't watch any of the Oscars movies, and
I feel you.
I beat Resident Evil instead.
That's a good excuse. Probably the best possible excuse.
And I just can't be bothered. Like, I want to watch Minari, and I want to watch, but they all just seem so sad. Like, Nomadland seems so sad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're the classic, like, sad but hopeful, you know?
Sure.
The Father wrecked me. I tried to...
I'll probably skip that one.
Yeah, I watched most of them before the Oscars, because you know I love the Oscars, Ian. You know I'm a sucker for this. Yeah, still, I love it. Right. I love it. For unknown reasons. Just a childhood thing. A nostalgic thing. And I appreciate what they were attempting this year by trying to focus on the award winners more. They were like cutting people off less. They gave people ample time to speak. They tried to make it all about the award winner, which I like, because that's like what I want to hear, you know? The show itself was like meh. But all the movies I watched, Ian, I haven't seen Minari. It always happens. I save the best for last, and sometimes it just doesn't happen. It was the one I wanted to watch the most. So I didn't watch that or the Trial of Chicago 7.
Yeah. Sophia saw that one. She said it was really good.
Nice.
Yeah, but so this episode is going to be kind of unique. It's a grab bag episode. I opened the floor to the Film Club and Up patrons. So $7 and up on our Patreon to ask us whatever they wanted or to have us talk about whatever. And some of them I think are games and stuff. So I haven't even read these. So we're playing it real fast and loose. I'm just going to go down the line here and read through them all.
Let's do it.
And we're going to respond.
Let's do it.
Is there anything you liked lately that you want to talk about before we just jump in, or should we just...
7 minutes ago, I finished episode 1 of Batman Beyond with Beth. She's never seen it.
Yeah, dude. Oh, sick.
Yeah. When Batman gets the gun, dude, it's like, what the hell? The very first like 2 minutes, yeah.
That theme song is so good, dude. I gotta watch that.
She laughed actually at the theme song in the intro, and she's like, dude, this is edgy vibes. Like, this is intense. It's like flashing like greed, honor, corruption, like. So
man, I gotta rewatch. My memory is so. I mean, I watched it as a kid, obviously.
Yeah. I have the Blu-rays, but they just added them to HBO Max, Ian. Yeah. So they're all there. They're all
Love
there.
that HBO Max.
Yeah.
Not a sponsor of this podcast, but I just hit season 3 of *Halt and Catch Fire*. Just like I started the first half of the first episode, and then I had to like edit other stuff.
How's it treating you after season 2? How you feeling?
I mean, I love it, but like the show, like it like suckered me. It like it sucked me in with like cozy vibes for the first half of season 1, and now I'm just so depressed.
I know.
I'm like shook up by this show. I want to keep watching, but I just get so sad.
Yeah.
But it's like really good. I don't know.
I feel.
I need it. I need it to come back around and have a happy ending. Like, I think I'll be devastated for years or something if it doesn't. Like, my God, dude.
I'm really glad you're watching it, dude. Hell yeah.
I can't remember anything else I watched.
Nothing matters, dude. Halt Catch Fire.
I just been watching *Halt and Catch Fire* and playing fucking Resident Evil 8.
Hell yeah. We need to finish Patreon. We need to finish.
Yo, I want to do...
We need to do this stream.
More watch
we need to hash
parties,
it out.
yeah.
We need to hash this out. We need to at least finish season 1. We need
no, we're going all the way. There's only 2 seasons.
Okay.
You're not weaseling out of this.
Fine by me. We need to finish season 1 quick, though.
Yeah,
I don't want too far to pass, dude.
Let's do it, baby.
Okay.
Well, we can figure out a date.
Perfect.
We can maybe hit one more this month and maybe one more next month.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Ooh. Can't get into deets, but season 2 in June. Yeah, I think that'll work.
Cool.
It'll be nice.
Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent.
First off, Happy Gaming just put in a hold post and a safety post. Didn't get back to it. Hold. Well, but maybe that's what they wanted us to talk about. That scene in Braveheart.
Yo, Mel Gibson is crazy, but that is an iconic line.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Alexander Zirianov. So will this be the Asterisk and Obelix episode? Or this will be the Asterisk and Obelix episode, right? Alas, no.
Alas.
I'm sorry.
Alas.
Maybe someday.
Are those on Prime or something? That feels like Prime bait.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I barely even know what it is. But they talk about it a lot. Cathal Fallon says, yes, time to abuse my power. So, Spiral from the Book of Saw is coming out soon after a year delay, and I am pumped. After a weird decision made in Jigsaw from the introduction of a character who was retconned to be part of the whole thing, to them deciding to forget all the stuff teased at the end of Saw 3D or Saw the Final Chapter, if you're weird, I see Spiral as a fresh start, where they can avoid all the messy chopping and changing and allow for an interesting story with weird traps. But yeah, looking forward to this one, or are you going to skip it?
You know, I need to catch up on Saw. I bailed out after 4, I believe. I made it through 4.
I would wager that that's common.
Yeah, of course.
After 3 or 4.
Yeah, absolutely, Ian. I just like to be caught up on franchises in general, but horror especially. I like to have my finger on the pulse of horror. I like to see what's making money, what gets 10 sequels, and what's one and done. You know, I think that's fascinating. Because Saw is a machine.
Oh, yeah. Well, and the heritage of the first one,
of course.
Low budget, made a bunch of money.
James Wan, hype.
Yeah. Mr. Sunday Movies just did Saws 1, 2, and 3 for their stuff, and that was pretty cool.
Super fun. It was such an experience, those movies in the theater, dude. So fun. Horror is so great in the theater a lot of the time, feeding off that energy and those scares and that nervous tension and energy, and also just to have fun, like some crazy Saw kills, you know, people laughing, just having a good time, but also scared, like, I just love that.
I'm pretty sure I saw 1 in the theater, and then I think I saw 2 just on, like, home video.
Nice. Home video.
Home video.
VHS.
On a video cassette tape. I don't recall seeing the others. I don't know. There was a point in my life. There was a period of my life where I feel like I could handle the gore and that kind of like sadness, and
I don't remember the last time you've
been
phased. I don't remember the last time you've been scared, Ian. Every time I talk to you, you're like, "Yeah, it wasn't scary."
Well, it's weird
when's the
because
last time someone scared you?
I feel like I'm a real scaredy cat. But
you say that, but you're always like, "Huh?"
Yeah, I don't know. Like, well, it's weird. The way I get scared, I think, is a little different. Like, I'm scared in the moment sometimes. It depends on what the threat is. Like, ghosts usually do it to me. But it's
Bly Manor didn't scare you, I remember, at all.
Bly Manor had a few moments, but mostly I found it cozy. But it's images that stick with me. So like Hereditary, which like I don't know, I think that those movies have some issues, but like there are just some like images, and not the ones you might expect, but just like the grandma standing in the corner in like the early part of the movie, like that kind of stuff just like sticks with me.
Yeah.
And like I don't know what it is. Like I don't know what it is.
Subtle spine tingle.
Yeah. The spine tinglers, they stick with me. Like somebody standing at the end of the hallway. But it's funny, in video games, like that's my favorite stuff. Like Pyramid Head standing at the end of the hallway is like my favorite moment ever. So it's I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Halloween's coming around. We need the final true test if you are not scared or if you are scared or not. It follows. It's time.
Oh, I'm so scared to even watch it.
You can do it.
I loved Under the Silver Lake. You know what we should do for Halloween, Hubie, is see if it's on the watch party. And
Oh, that'd be so fun.
It Follows was explained to me, and I still look behind myself to see if there's like some old woman dressed in a white smock like following me. Like seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all it is. It's your number one fear, dude. That's the whole movie. There's people lurking.
Just someone standing there. It's so weird to me. It's just quit standing there.
It's freaky as hell, dude.
What are you doing?
Yeah. It's awesome.
I feel like if I have you by my side, I can handle it.
Dude, we can do it. We can do it.
I'll try my best for you.
So no, I'm not watching Spiral because I got to catch up. So probably never, because I'm not gonna catch up anytime soon.
I'll watch it on home VHS.
Yeah.
On a VHS cassette at home. Ben told us today that early reviews aren't great. Or like IGN or somebody gave it like a 3 or something.
One of my favorite sites, Collider, gave it a C, but the review was favorable. So think about that. A very favorable C review.
Which for a Saw movie is maybe ideal. Maybe the best possible scenario.
Yeah.
Cody Spencer asks, cast the first 2 movies in the live-action adaptation of Resident Evil Ethan Winters trilogy. So 7 and 8 of the trilogy.
Okay.
Cast. And we should try not to get into spoilers for 8.
Just
probably.
casting. We're just
casting.
People. Okay.
So who's Ethan Winters first of all?
Who is Ethan Winters? I feel like Jake Gyllenhaal is too charismatic, maybe, or too good looking. I don't know. Jake Gyllenhaal. He doesn't feel right.
Nikolai Castor-Waldau kind of came to mind.
Ooh, Jaime Lannister.
Yeah, which maybe he's too like handsome though.
But all the pre-press junkets could talk about how he lost his hand in Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
perfect.
Oh, it is perfect. Okay, so that's Ethan.
So perfect, Ian. Bullseye.
My subconscious was working so hard to. Jack Baker,
dude.
Also realizing just now, this is a pretty white ass series. Huh. So maybe we can mix that up a little in casting.
Jack Baker though, I want like.
I mean, like I feel like that family has to be like.
Chief Jim Hopper, what's his name?
Oh yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
What is his name?
What the hell's his name? Why can't I think of it? I'm so bad.
Whatever.
Right now.
Jim Hopper.
Jim Hopper, yeah.
He's perfect.
Frick.
He's in Black Widow.
Yeah.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's David Harbour.
David Harbour.
Harbour. Sorry, Mr. Harbour.
I know. I was like, there's an H in there. That's perfect. Jack Baker, David Harbour. Just gross as hell.
Yeah.
Marguerite, the mom. I mean, well, there's that one lady who's I feel like she plays Marguerite in like everything. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't remember her name though. I can't remember her name.
Marguerite. Like Jean Smart.
Jean Smart?
It's in Legion and east of Maretown.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she'd be good.
Yeah.
The older lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. I love her.
Yeah, I feel like she could crush that.
She'd be great. Yeah.
As Marguerite.
Lucas would be...
Somebody unhinged, dude.
Unhinged. Like a young Brad Pitt energy. In
somebody that has dangerous energy. Mm-hmm. Or like unpredictability.
Yeah. But
Lucas.
Like the people that are coming to mind have like bad energy in real life. That I'm thinking like Jared Leto vibes or whatever. But
Lucas, this one's tough.
Dude.
Like Woody Harrelson is too old.
Yeah. Chris Evans probably too old, but I think he could do it.
Way too suave, dude. Chris Evans for Lucas? He's such a hero.
I know.
This is against type. I like it.
I know.
Actually.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see him. I want to see him like gross and being weird, because I've never seen it. Like
Chris
he's
Evans.
smarmy in Knives Out, but he's still like an ass. But he's still like
it's
nice.
bold casting, and I like it.
I'm not sure. I'm not convinced on it though. I don't think it's perfect.
Okay. It's the best we got though. I'm trying to blank here.
We'll come back to it if we think of someone better.
What about Mia?
Mia, I think we could maybe get away from an all-white cast, like change it up.
Change it up. Who can we get?
Who'd be good for Mia? Because what I do appreciate about Mia in the game, is like, and Ethan as well, which is maybe why Castor Waldau is too handsome, but like, they just look like normal people. I mean, I know we don't see Ethan's face, but like,
Yeah.
Mia's not like a supermodel. Nobody is in these games, which I appreciate.
You ever
Well, I guess
seen Shot Caller with Waldo?
No,
Cool movie.
I've seen Headhunters though. I think
That's a good one too.
Brie Larson comes to mind, but she's white.
Okay. Yeah, just thinking MCU here. Tessa Thompson.
Yeah. Tessa Thompson.
Love Tessa Thompson, dude. And she has the physicality too.
Yeah.
Mia has a physical role.
Yeah, Mia has to do stuff. Yeah. Or the woman from San Junipero, she's cool.
Yeah.
What's her name? Boo Boo or something?
She's gonna be
I'm
in
so
Loki.
bad at names, dude. Oh yeah. Let's go Tessa Thompson. We're taking too long on this. We're taking this too seriously.
We'll go with that.
Tessa Thompson. This is some weird casting. I like it.
Yeah.
Who else is in 7? Oh, here's the big one, Chris. It's gotta be Ben Affleck, dude. It's gotta be Ben Affleck.
Oh my god.
Sad Ben Affleck.
Oh my god. Jesus. Okay. All right. If we're getting this crazy, Heisenberg, Keanu.
Oh, sure.
Keanu, dude.
I'm loving that. I love that.
Can you imagine Heisenberg with Keanu quips?
Ben
All
Affleck
right.
looks pretty much like Chris in
Totally. All right.
I mean, Lady D. Who's Lady D?
Lady D, dude.
Oh, Brienne of Tarth, probably.
Brienne of Tarth. Okay.
Right? Like glammed out?
Glammed out. Okay. I like it. Brienne of
Can't remember her
Tarth.
real name.
I had her in the Returnal movie, but we can.
100,000% she's playing the Returnal lady too.
Yeah.
She's both. She like basically is that. Yeah, she looks exactly like it.
And then on the press tour, we can talk about how she's getting in all these video game roles.
Yeah.
Moreau is Toby Jones, Guillermo's guy.
Oh yes, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
100%.
Doug Jones or Toby Jones?
Doug Jones or Toby Jones? Shit.
Because Toby Jones is the right energy,
Yeah.
but Doug Jones is like a mocap guy.
I think it's Doug Jones. It's
Doug Jones is the Guillermo guy, but Toby Jones has Moreau energy for sure.
Doug Jones capture Toby Jones.
Toby Jones' voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I love it.
And
then,
then the daughters.
The daughters. You get some like casting call or something.
Yeah, I think you just cast like
no-namers.
unknowns for that, or like the people who
lead
played
though.
it in
The lead daughter is Melina from Mortal Kombat. She was
Sure.
cool.
Yeah,
she was
she's
great. Get her in there, and then
Who we
just
missing? The doll lady.
Benevento. Yeah, Beneviento.
You don't really see her face, but
Inception lady and Cotillard, Marion Cotillard.
oh yeah. Or no, she's Mother Marion.
Mother Miranda.
Mother Miranda,
Yes.
Marion
Is
Cotillard, Mother
Yes.
Miranda, for sure, dude.
Perfect. She went into the casting call to get the Benevento
Yeah,
role.
they gave it to the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say like Rachel Weisz or somebody for
Perfect.
the doll lady.
Perfect. Coming off the Black Widow hype makes sense.
Yeah. Who voices the doll though? Bradley Cooper. But like pitch shifted up. We still ended up all white on that. We're terrible.
Shit.
Almost.
Damn it.
Almost. Whatever though. That's That's our casting attempt. Thanks, Cody. Tokyo Slim says, whatever I want, you play a dangerous game. Tokyo Slim. All right, here we go. This is
Oh God.
We're in. Here we go. Tokyo Slim, patron saint of reaction shots. Things I've seen recently: The Mitchells versus the Machines.
I keep hearing
It's a pretty
about
good
this.
movie. Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. Nothing groundbreaking and incredible, but solid, fun, and well done. Good messaging. Lord and Miller are solid.
Good
those are the Lego
messaging.
guys.
Shout out to good messaging.
Absolutely. If there's a criticism at all on my part, it feels a little safe. Looks and feels a little too much like a Pixar movie, which may be your thing, but Lord and Miller generally get more interesting visually, Spider-Verse, or conceptually, Lego Movie, and I feel a little like that's missing here. Not really a huge mark against it. Family bonds, though, for Huber.
Nice.
3.75 out of 5 stars.
Nice.
Mortal Kombat. You went over some of the more baffling / bad aspects of this film already in spoiler mode, but like Joe Taslim deserves better fight choreography or cinematography. Hubert and I agree. Go watch Warrior.
Yeah.
Having the pit and not using it seemed like a literal slap in the face.
It was. It made it like we're not defying expectations. It's like we gotcha.
Yeah.
Viewer. Ha.
Yeah. Or just like we couldn't, like do the money or the rating thing that somebody posited. Don brought up a very interesting point that it may be due to film ratings. There we go. Being arbitrarily strict about certain things, though. Something I especially really did love, was not only attention to detail and movesets for characters, but attention to detail on things like walking, motion, and posture. I kept thinking about how well McKade Brooks physically evoked the way Jax from the games moves. Just something weird I noticed. C- is about right. Invincible, while I really overall liked this series, we are treading dangerously close to the bad guys Superman conversation, or oversaturation, sorry. We get it. Bad Superman is pretty scary. Celebs as voice actors are sometimes inconsistent, and sometimes the quality of animation drops off a cliff. Hopefully seasons 2 and 3 budget for animation goes up, but if there's anything watching seasons of mid-budget factory tier anime has trained me to do, it's ignore inconsistent animation. The animated gore and inventive ways they sometimes use to approach even the most generic plot devices and twists kept season 1 fresh for me, though. I'd rate it 3 hot and fresh and 2 cold but still pretty good slices of pizza. And last but not least...
So wait, 3 out of 5 for that, you said? Or like kind of a weird 5 out of 5?
3 hot and fresh plus 2 cold out of 5 slices of pizza. Okay. So I guess
that was
to like a 4?
That felt like almost Parasite levels of hype there for a minute with Invincible. There were a couple days there where it was like, yo, if you're not watching Invincible, like, what are you doing with your life?
I feel like it was a couple of days. Like
it was a couple of days.
So fast.
So flavor of the week. Boom.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like, I saw Omar watching it,
so
and
fast.
Then it was just gone.
Yeah. Weird. It's like, yo, I just watched this, though. It was called The Boys. It's also on Amazon.
Right.
So that's the only reason I haven't watched it. Is because I feel like I literally just watched it.
Right. And like...
Unless I have it wrong. Unless it's not The Boys.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
I feel like The Boys needs to get to the point. I don't love The Boys. The Boys. Final thing here, a game for you, Huber, called Bruce Lee Names.
Ooh. 2
similarly named characters, which is from Warrior and which is from Enter the Dragon. Okay?
Okay.
So we've got O'Hara and Bill O'Hara.
Yep. O'Hara is Enter the Dragon and Bill O'Hara is Warrior.
Correct. Richard Lee and Lee.
What the hell? Richard Lee is Enter the Dragon. And Lee is Warrior?
You flipped them backwards.
Shit!
Incorrect.
Shit!
Meiling and Meiling. Mailing. 2 words
Okay.
for one, and MEILING.
I'm gonna say my Ling is warrior.
Correct.
Okay.
Mailing is.
I was like 60-40 on that one.
All right, here's this one. Parsons and Peterson.
Parsons and Peterson. What?
I love this.
Parsons. I'll say Parsons is warrior.
Incorrect.
it.
Parsons is Enter the Dragon.
Who the hell is Parsons in
I
Enter
have
the Dragon?
no idea.
Holy shit. I've seen it 20 times. I've seen Enter the Dragon, no joke, 20 times in my life. But it has been a while. And it's been a few years. I do not remember Parsons.
All right. And finally, Bolo and
Both.
Bolo.
Both, yeah.
It says, lol, obvious trick question.
Yeah.
There's a character named Bolo in both. You fell
Yeah.
right into my trap. But he didn't. He jumped over the trap. Tokyo
Yeah.
Slim, he knew.
Whoop, saw it coming. Knew it was
Saw it
coming.
Bolo is in both. Thanks, Tokyo Slim. Alex McMillan. Please take some time in this episode to convince Huber to watch Taskmaster. Okay. Taskmaster is great. It's a British comedy game show with comedians where they're tasked by the Taskmaster, who's another comedian called Greg.
The Dark Knight Kettering.
Greg the Dark Knight Kettering. And this other guy named Alex Horn, who's like the butt of every joke kind of, but he's actually the one who created the show. But they make them do like really wild fun stuff, like and sometimes it's really simple, like one of them was like paint a rainbow on this canvas, but it's in the dark. But like the paints are all painted on the top of each thing, and it's like glow in the dark, but they all just look green, right?
Oh my god.
But they all have a smell that's like their color, but also like the rule states, so they get the task in the beginning, and it's like paint a rainbow, you have 10 minutes and the door cannot be opened once it's shut. But like the light switch is painted with the glowing paint. So like if they just look over and notice the light switch, they can just turn the lights on, you know, because it's not in the rules.
God,
stuff like that. I love.
Good.
They don't always have a trick like that, but most of the time they do.
Oh, that's fun. Is this
and
newer or older?
It's been going for a few years.
But it's
a British
still
one.
running.
Yeah. It's a British show.
Where can I watch this?
They put I watch it all on YouTube. They put all their stuff on YouTube officially. There are a few other spin-offs too, but I haven't watched those.
Nice.
It's really, really funny.
Nice.
Another favorite one was Alex. He's usually like the judge while they're doing the tasks, and he was up on like a bridge in a rail yard.
Yeah.
And the task was they had to get as close to Alex without him seeing them as possible. And
is it like he's standing on a bridge?
He's standing like above and could see everything, but he would every 10 seconds he would play a sound and turn around the other way. So like he would look away for 10 seconds and then look out again. And so it was so funny. They would just like sprint from like an old decrepit train to like behind a garbage can and then like hide for 10 seconds.
I'm watching this.
The show's
so
amazing.
Fun.
It's so good,
fun.
Dude.
Okay.
And then they like award points, and it's just so funny.
Yeah, I'm in.
Nice. We got him, Alex.
Yeah, 100%. I got suckered into just because of the hype, and it's on Netflix. The Circle. You heard about this show?
I've heard of it, kind of, but what is it?
It's like it's a game show to win. What is it? 100K maybe at the end. I think it's 100K. They win. Last person survives, and it's like everyone is in their own apartment alone, and they can only communicate with social media.
Oh, crazy.
So it's like a game show, but it's like, dude, it gets really heartfelt. Like, surprisingly. It's like out of no... I was like, found myself so invested emotionally in some of these contestants, dude. It was like too much.
Wait, and are they doing like tasks, or are they just talking to each other?
Yeah, they talk to each other, and then they can be... the whole point is you don't really know who you're talking to. So you can be a catfish. So it's like
okay.
all about catfishing or not catfishing. It's like a guy pretending to be a girl and vice versa. And, one of the seasons they had like Lance Bass's assistant or like personal planner, but she was pretending to be Lance Bass.
Oh, funny.
It's like, yeah, so stuff like that. It's so funny. It's really fun show. It's all on Netflix. It's like so bingeable.
And it doesn't get like too close to home with pandemic, like being alone in a room for all the time.
A little bit, but it's like, again, dude, it's like heartfelt. It's weird,
Okay,
man.
all right.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. Taskmaster, though.
Logan Toss or Tawasi. I don't know if you've told us, but I'm probably forgotten if you did. Come up with your perfect Batman movie. Who's playing Batman? Which villain or villains are in it? And who's playing them? What's the story? Who's directing it? Make your dream come true.
Batman Beyond. That's it.
I mean, yeah, Batman
Let's do
Beyond
it.
with Michael Keaton as old Batman.
Yep.
If that's true, that's going to be fantastic.
Yep. That's all I want. It's really all I want. They've done so many incredible Batmans in my life. Like, I can't even wish or ask for any more Batman content because I've been given it as a fan my whole, you got the animated series, you got Keaton, you got Nolan, you got Arkham Asylum and City. Like, it's all the bases.
R-Pat's coming up.
Yeah,
the
even
R-Pat's one looks crazy.
Even the animated movies, a lot of those are good. Like Dark Knight Returns, the adaptations, like Long Halloween's coming out soon. But yeah, I think Batman Beyond is really the only thing that hasn't been done outside of the cartoon. So I would do that.
Really?
Who's our Terry McGinnis though, Ian?
Ooh,
Crucial role.
Good question.
Essential. Terry McGinnis. Who do we cast?
It's funny because Robert Pattinson would actually be pretty good as Terry McGinnis.
Yeah,
He's
he
maybe
would.
a little too old now. But,
He really would have. He really would have. Ian. Holy moly. It's tough.
Who's that kid? He's gonna be in Black Adam. Noah Centineo.
I was literally just thinking that.
He's
from
super
To All the Boys.
strong. Yeah.
And he's amazing. I love To All the Boys I loved before. Peter
Yeah.
Kay for life. Yes.
He was,
Hell yeah.
The only reason I know anything about him is we had him on Stir Crazy one time. But
Nice.
he seemed all right.
Yeah.
And
Levitt's getting a little too old, I feel like. Post Dark Knight Rises, right after that, I feel like we could have got some
Joseph. Yeah.
Gordon Levitt.
You can't just say
McGinnis?
Levitt. I was like,
Sorry.
John Lovitz? Who? Like what? Joseph Gordon-Levitt,
JGL.
please. JGL, please.
Yeah.
JTT, Jonathan
My buddy.
Taylor Thomas. JGL, yeah. I mean, they were setting him up to be Nightwing, though, yeah?
Yeah. Robin. Yeah, Nightwing. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember, like, it's been so long since I've seen Batman Beyond. I remember the Jokers as, like, a gang, right?
Yep. And the
But I
main
don't
dude,
remember
the
who
skeleton
the main villains
dude,
were.
the skeletal, green skeletal radiation powers man. I really like Ink as the villain. She like shapeshifts.
Sounds great.
She's
Who plays
awesome.
her? Who plays her?
Somebody awesome.
Sick.
The
That's the best casting.
lady in the Ant-Man movie. Joe Valentine.
Evangeline Lilly?
The other one.
Oh, the ghost one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's great. I want to
Yeah.
see her in more stuff.
Yeah. Her is Ink.
That's perfect. Yeah, she's got that like otherworldly quality I really like. At least she's playing like a half ghost in that.
Yeah,
in the only
totally.
movie I've really seen her in. So
I 100% agree. That's the vibe she gave for
got-
sure.
cool eyes though. And who's directing it?
Tim Burton.
No,
Yeah. Redemption.
he hasn't
dude.
made a good movie in decades.
He's got one
man.
more in him. This
Decades.
is it. This is the one. He comes back with Keaton. It's a
Ah.
whole big thing.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I'm with you. I'm not the biggest fan of more than half of his films. Straight up. I'm not some big Tim Burton fan. But I think it would be really epic vibes, dude. Coming back, like him and Keaton re-teaming after all that time. It would give the movie a gravitas and an electricity behind the camera, behind the scenes.
Maybe.
Not convinced. You're not convinced.
Just get the same like concept artist and you'll be fine. Like that was all the good shit.
Here's a question. Is there a way, and do we want to get Nick Cage into this movie?
Oh, for sure.
Who does he play?
I mean, old Joker would be pretty wild. Or the Riddler.
Return of the Joker, dude. It's Nick Cage. Okay.
That would be so nuts.
Perfect. Love it.
I think you get, what are their names? Moorhead and whatever. The people who did, like, Synchronic and the Endless and stuff. I think you get somebody young and hungry.
Okay. So
but, I mean, Tim Burton maybe consults.
Consults, okay. Executive produce.
Executive produce
Executive
Tim Burton, but he keeps his damn hands off it.
Honestly, I'm so curious. I need to see what Tim Burton has done lately. Truly.
Oh, God.
I need to see lately. Like, what is the newest?
Probably
Burton
some, like,
joint?
Alice in Wonderland sequel or something.
Dumbo,
yeah.
Dumbo.
I forgot about Dumbo.
Mrs. Peregrine's Home. Beth read the book. We did not like the movie.
That movie sucks. Sophia
Big
fell
Eyes.
asleep.
How was Big Eyes? Isn't that really good?
I never saw it. It's like a documentary about that artist, right?
Okay.
I dated a girl one time who was obsessed with that artist.
Hey, Frankenweenie, 2012. Frankenweenie's great. That's less than a decade ago. We still got it.
All right. Still got it. All right. Project DAD, which Asterisk and Obelix movie do you like best? We don't know. We're sorry.
The third one.
Probably the third one.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Gaul? I don't know what that means.
The second one.
Yeah. Who's your favorite villain? Now, this might just be in general, not in Asterisk and Obelix. Probably the Joker, I guess. Or, like, Heath Ledger's.
Hans
favorite
Gruber,
villain.
dude.
Hans Gruber, yeah.
Hans Gruber, man.
Hans Gruber, dude.
And the T-1000. Shout out.
No bullets,
Love
Hans?
the T-1000.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
No bullets.
No bullets.
You were saying. So good, dude.
Would you rather fall into the magic potion as a kid or drink it when needed? Maybe this is Asterisk and Obelix.
I want to fall in. Let fate decide, dude. I don't want to think about it. Just
Magic powers, dude. Your whole life.
yeah, I'm falling in.
Or whatever. How would you get document A38?
You sign up for it.
You just say, sure,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
You sign up. You have to fill out the forms.
Best wild boar recipe? Cooked.
Hooked. Yep. For sure.
Best character name? Probably Charles.
Charles. Big fan
Charles.
of... Also a big fan of just classic Frank.
Okay. All right.
Frank.
How many
Love the name.
of all of Tom Cruise's character names, how many have started with a J? I wonder aloud without
Probably
knowing the
so
answer.
Many. Probably so
I feel like he's
dude.
always named Jim or John.
He's been Jack on more than one
Jack.
occasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ethan slips in there at least 6 times. But whatever. Project DAD continues. Did you ever watch Lucky Luke? No.
Is that a
I
show?
never watched Logan Lucky either.
Oh, it was good.
Really?
Lucky Luke. Film. 2009. French Argentine Western adventure. With
That sounds dope.
With Jean Dujardin,
Oh, okay.
who also co-wrote it. It is based
have
on the comic series of the same name.
I might have to check this one out. That sounds cool. Can you draw quicker than your shadow?
No, I'm the worst drawer that was ever put on this planet.
I think they mean draw your gun. Whoosh.
No, I'm very slow.
I'm just trying to think of like the physics of it. I mean, I guess you draw. Technically, at the speed of light, you draw like a foot and a half faster than your shadow. I
A
guess.
trillionth of a second,
Yeah,
faster,
like
right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
nanoseconds.
Right? Isn't that science, dude? It's got it, right?
I think so.
I'm going to go with it, Ian. I like it.
I think.
feel like you're right. Yeah.
What do you think about them changing him from smoking to chewing on a piece of grass? Love it. Got to keep kids off those smokes.
Keep kids off the smokes, but I will say some characters just look cooler smoking a cigarette, you know? Gotta call it like it is. Do not smoke cigarettes. It's so bad for you.
Yeah, it's terrible for you.
But
it looks cool as hell.
If Old Snake wasn't puffing on the cigarette, he probably wouldn't be one of my favorite characters of all time.
I wonder if
maybe
that's
a little extreme.
I wonder if that's true.
But that loading screen, dude.
It's amazing, especially the warning that says smoking is bad.
Exactly.
As he's doing it.
Exactly.
Love it. Favorite Dalton.
Timothy Dalton, dude. License to Kill.
Timothy's the only one I can think of. Yeah.
License to Kill.
Is Ma clinically insane? I assume from Lucky Luke. Probably. Hard to tell sometimes with people. Best adventure? Ewok adventure.
Fellowship.
Fellowship of the Rings? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Project DAD. Michael Seward. With working from home during the pandemic, I've been able to watch a ton of films and venture in film genres I've never really tried before, like Bollywood. My gateway was Amir Khan films. They call him the Tom Hanks of India, and boy, some of his films are great. Dangal, like Stars on Earth, Three Idiots, or PK. I've also got Disney Plus and have been working my way through Disney films that I've never seen, and was wondering what's your favorite Disney film. I've not long seen one called The Reluctant Dragon from the 40s, total hidden gem. I've never even heard of that one.
Nice. I have two. I have three. Great Mouse Detective is my number 3, but then I really do have a tie for first place. I know we don't like to do that, but I really do. It's Sleeping Beauty.
I love ties.
Sleeping Beauty and Beauty and the Beast. Both of those.
Yeah, those are both
all-time favorites. You know, Sleeping Beauty is a little slower, older, obviously, 60s. Beauty and the Beast, a little more modern, a little more adventure, upbeat, like quicker paced movie. But if I'm in
Belle
the mood,
Belle might be one of my favorite princesses.
Yes,
and Jasmine. I like the really independent ones.
Yes, love it.
What's my favorite Disney film? Flight of the Navigator is pretty sick.
Have I even seen that, Ian? I don't even know if I've seen
Flight of the Navigator, dude. That movie's a hidden gem. Hidden gem. Compliance. I mean, obviously, Marvel is Disney, but we're talking just Disney, straight Disney.
Yeah, Disney
Aladdin,
animated.
I always liked. I liked Aladdin a lot as a kid, but now, like watching it again as an adult, third act kind of messy, kind of weird pacing in that movie.
Okay.
Beauty and the Beast is pretty good. Yeah, there are some decent Disney movies.
My favorite music is Mulan and The Little Mermaid. Big fan of the music in those. Little Mermaid music.
Mulan definitely has a few like of my favorite songs.
Yes.
Like obviously, "Make a Man Out of You" or whatever it's called is just like God tier.
So legend, it's God tier, dude. It's God tier.
Also, similarly, "Go the Distance" from Hercules.
Right after this.
Dude, yes, we always sing it in karaoke back then. My preferred karaoke spot, Private Room Karaoke, is apparently closed. Didn't survive the pandemic. I'm pretty devastated about it. There's like the one thing I was looking forward to. Well, the things I was looking forward to, like I love Private Room Karaoke. It's gone. I like going to the arc lights. They're gone.
Is it still gone for sure?
I don't know. And Alamo Draft House was like declared bankruptcy, but they're still kicking. They're reopening soon, so who knows?
Okay. That feels like such an American thing, Ian.
Oh yeah, just bitching.
Just like, yo, we're bankruptcy, but we're reopening. It's like, what?
Yeah, bankruptcy doesn't mean you're done. I guess it's like a refinancing thing. I don't know. And there are two kinds. There's a John Oliver about it. Watch that yesterday night. Bollywood though, like I haven't really seen too many. It's a blind spot for me. But the Indian place right across, like a block or two from my house, they always have, like the song parts, like the song and dance parts, on their TV, and fucking A, that stuff is awesome. Like some of the way they're shot and stuff. Some of the ones, I mean, I have no idea what movies they're from because it's just like a mix, you know. So I'll see like, I was actually really invested in one where like a dad was at a wedding and didn't approve and the groom and bride were like trying to get him to like have a good time and approve or whatever, and the like song ended. Up. Yeah, they were like dancing and trying to get him to like approve. And I mean, obviously, I don't speak the language and there were no subtitles, so I don't really know what was going on. But then the song ended, so since it was a mix, it cut away, so I didn't get to see what happened. Like I was like, what happens? Anyway, it's good stuff. Jesse Blue, can we talk about movies that are supposed to be for kids but are really more for adults? Pee-wee's Big Adventure and Ernest Goes to Camp are the first that spring to mind. Yeah, those are both totally.
Turtles 1.
Go.
Turtles
yeah, that's a good one.
2 is so kid-friendly, but number 1 should be rated R.
I remember, like, I mean, Neverending Story is like a very slow and boring movie, but Jesus, it's scary. And like Return to Oz is fucking crazy. And Dark Crystal.
Indiana Jones Temple of Doom.
Indiana Jones Temple of Doom.
Classic.
Dude, like every movie, every kids movie from when we were kids.
Poltergeist is like, what, PG or something?
It's PG, but like every movie that we grew up with that was G or PG would be PG-13 now at minimum.
Yeah.
I remember like there are so many PG movies from like the early 90s, late 80s that just have like boobs in them, like Airplane, Radioland Murders. Yeah. Just like, I mean, they're innocuous. It's not sexualized, but like just
Roger
like somebody
Rabbit
opens a
rated?
dressing room. Oh, Who Framed
PG!
Roger Rabbit?
It's PG, dude.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit is a perfect film.
It is.
It's a perfect film.
It's PG.
Yeah.
It does not seem correct.
I mean, it has the only thing that like verges off PG is like how scary the judge gets toward the end, and I mean the murder train, but it goes by so fast you can't really see it. But
I love that freaking movie, dude.
Oh, and like some of those movies, like what is it, The Witches, and like some of those like live action Disney movies from our youth, like oh boy, some of those are pretty wild. Also, thoughts on Muppets and the Haunted Mansion announcement. I am stoked about it.
What Haunted Mansion announcement?
They're making a Muppets Haunted Mansion special.
Oh, cool. On TV? Or on like Disney Plus?
Yeah, Disney Plus, I guess.
Nice.
I don't know.
Fun.
It looks quaint. I think it'll be great. The announcement was definitely very low budget. It was just Gonzo and Pepe? Who was with him? Whatever. But yeah. I'm excited about it. I love the Muppets and I love the Haunted Mansion, so probably can definitely go wrong, but two good ingredients.
Eddie Murphy cameo, what do you think?
Ooh. That would be cool.
I'd be so here for it.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I feel like we need to go faster. We're hardly getting through these. V.A. Ranto or Vil Ranto. Think of all the Bond actors. Now think of their non-Bond movies and name your favorites of each.
Okay.
Last Crusade.
Yep. And Untouchables. Really like him in Untouchables.
Sure. Human Bastard, though. That guy sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Knives Out is super good for Craig. I also like Dragon Tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's nice in that.
Rocket Man. Timothy Dalton.
Sure.
Or Rocketeer. The Rocketeer.
Rocketeer.
Yeah.
I'm less familiar with the other. Pierce Brosnan, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Dude, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Maybe.
Yes. Also The Foreigner with Jackie Chan.
Sure. Drawing a blank on the others, though.
George Lazenby? I have no clue what George Lazenby is.
Is Pierce Brosnan in The Talented Mr. Ripley? No, that's Jude Law. Talented Mr. Ripley, good movie, though.
I think we need Roger Moore. I don't know anything Roger Moore's in.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't recall.
And George Lazenby, I don't know anything they're in, honestly. I feel like I saw Roger Moore in something cool, though. Honestly, dude. Roger Moore is in something not Bond related. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe not.
Shout out to The Prisoner from 1967. Has nothing to do with this. But it's fucking incredible.
Prisoner, dude. It's James Bond vibes.
Yeah, kind of. Have you seen it?
No.
It's so good, dude. I used to watch it with my dad. It's so good. Casey87, awesome. Maybe talk about some animation shows you watched, if you watched any. Futurama, Final Space, Castlevania. Love Futurama. Think about it every day. Castlevania I really, really like. I still need to finish it, though, for some reason. I, like, fell off it, but I really like it.
Tonight.
That's tonight?
Final season begins tonight.
Oh, man, yep. I got, like, 3 episodes left of the previous season, I think.
I've been watching a lot of Boruto.
Okay.
And it's so good. I love it so much. It's really all I watch for animation.
I mean, beloved unto me, Cowboy Bebop, of course.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen all those classics featured the anime movies.
Oh yeah.
Classics. Obviously
have
in the last
you not seen Cowboy Bebop?
Oh, of course I have.
Oh, okay.
And Death Note. I've seen all the classics. But if you ask me what I've seen in the last 10 or 20 years, or like 10 or 15, it's all just Naruto.
Infinity Train was cute. Never got into... I saw the pilot of BoJack Horseman and despised it. But, like, several people have told me it's, like, super good.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, like, just the pilot was horrible? It was, like, the most... it was, like, sit down and shut up levels of terrible. Like, just, like, painfully unfunny.
The last animated thing I watched also was like Super Jail. So that's how long it's been. It was in college. Do you remember that show, Super Jail?
Yeah, I remember that.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, I watched Bird
Made me
Girl.
laugh so hard.
2 episodes of Bird Girl. That was cool. Spin-off of Harvey Birdman, attorney at law. Sit down and shut up the cartoon, by the way, not the board game review thing. It was like made by all the people who made Arrested Development. It was just so terrible.
Terrible.
Find it if you can. It's incredibly bad. Jacopo Ameli. Are you keeping an eye on former YouTuber / now director Joe Pena? I thought Arctic was pretty good and hilariously related to released close to another Mads Mikkelsen movie called Polar. That was terrible but fun.
Yeah, I heard that.
And also Stowaway was kind of good maybe. It struggled to take off. I'm sorry. Eleanor Jacopo, pronounced a bit like Jacopo. Jacopo! Sorry, I said it wrong. I saw Stowaway, and the name seemed very familiar to me, Joe Pena. So I looked on IMDb, but didn't see anything else I recognized. But maybe if I looked on YouTube, I would put 2 and 2 together and remember why his name sounded familiar. But Stowaway, yeah, it was okay.
Just okay? I love Toni Collette, dude.
Yeah, it was good. It's a very normal real life space science movie.
Oh.
Because like going in which is good, but going in we were like, okay, is this guy like, is this alien? Like what's going on? You know, and then it's just
sketchy.
like, oh, we're just dealing with normal science here. Okay.
Got it.
But yeah, decent.
Sure.
Trung Nguyen. Nowadays you see plenty of actors who have also directed at least once. So how about going through some directorial debuts by actors? None were provided.
Whoa!
But the first one that comes to mind, for some reason, I think a debut, Bryce Dallas Howard's work on The Mandalorian, which was better in Season 2 than in Season 1. What are some other good ones? I feel like Jodie Foster did some directing, but I don't remember anything about it. Without any examples provided, nothing comes to mind. We've been filming like all day.
My man Phil Coulson, his directorial debut, Clark Gregg, did Choke. Remember Choke?
Based on Chuck Palahniuk's book?
Mm-hmm. With Sam Rockwell and Kelly MacDonald?
I think I saw that.
That was a Clark Gregg joint.
Weird. Jon Favreau, his direction stuff is good.
Yeah.
I knew him first as an actor. Mm-hmm. The Big Empty. I liked that one as a kid, but I don't remember if anyone ever talks about The Big Empty.
You gotta provide some for us. Hook us up.
Hook us up.
Hook us up.
Whoa, my modem is gonna fall.
I might have another good one here. Yes. My main man, shout out Paul Wesley from the Vampire Diaries. My man from the Vampire Diaries, directorial debut. Season 5, episode 18 of the Vampire Diaries, called Resident Evil. What's the name of the episode?
Oh my god.
It was his directorial debut, dude.
How is it even allowed?
I love Paul Wesley, dude. Stefan Salvatore forever.
All right. Vrun Kachwaha, big long one here. I think nowadays people have probably seen more films and have more film knowledge on average now than at any other point in time. That knowledge probably makes it harder for writers to plot a story where the audience can't predict what's going to happen. And unfortunately, this often leads to something like a Westworld or Game of Thrones, where to become unpredictable, to get that social media red wedding buzz, writers either make their show convoluted, Westworld, or will just throw the baby out with the bathwater and forget their own world building, Game of Thrones. Sometimes you do end with just brilliance with films like Old Boy, The Prestige, or even the Red Wedding episode of Game of Thrones. Oftentimes, though, it doesn't happen. So, my question is the pursuit of the unpredictable making things worse? Yes, absolutely. Do you think that sometimes maybe taking the safe option is the best way forward, or is that too boring? I think that if you adjust your story, like it happens probably more in franchises like Star Wars or TV shows like Game of Thrones, but like if you're adjusting your story based on what the audience is saying, you had a weak story and didn't plan ahead. Mm-hmm. Like you're not a good showrunner.
Mm-hmm. You gotta have your vision and stay true to it, and that's that. That's it. I imagine it's extremely hard. I mean, I make silly YouTube videos, and you all get in my head. I can't even imagine making a, $150 million,
globally popular franchise.
Yeah, I cannot even imagine. So easier said than done for sure, but that's why I always I say this all the time, Ian. That's why I always, at the end of the day, my favorite shit is characters. Characters. You cannot fake it. You either have good characters that people care about or you don't. It's honestly that simple for me. Like, I either care about this person I'm watching or I don't.
Yeah, you either earn it or you didn't earn it. Mm-hmm. And you can't really get there any other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, short answer, but yeah, like it's bad. unless you like set it up that way somehow, or that's like part of it, which I'm not sure anyone's done.
I know we've been filming so long, Ian, but I think it's a good time. I think it's relevant
fine.
Here. Black Mirror. What do you think? Because Black Mirror was ahead of all this, and like Black Mirror has taken so much time off, which I respect. That's what you gotta do. You take time off if you don't have the ideas. You wait. But then it kind of like landed right in the middle of, shows just getting like really twisty and weird. Like there was a year or two where that was like the Inception and all this.
Yeah.
But and then I feel like Black Mirror kind of like was a victim of its own.
Maybe,
hype, or I don't know.
I mean, it's really hard, I think, for a Black Mirror to stay fresh. Because you just have to have like mind-blowing ideas every time. It's like it's just never going to happen.
And kind of the rhythm of it, of like, all right, what really bad thing is going to happen? Like,
I think a weird example of this that has successes and drastic failures is Twin Peaks. Because season 2, lost David Lynch for a while. And then like he left because they made them reveal who the killer was, and like, which wasn't the plan. And so like meddling kind of ruined it and like screwed that up. But then like season 3, which is deeply unsatisfying in many ways to watch as a Twin Peaks fan.
Yeah.
Until it's done. And then you kind of look back at like during watching Twin Peaks season 3, I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, this is so, like, nothing happened in this episode. But now thinking back on it, I, like, love it to pieces. And, like, because it's got, like, a meta-narrative along with its narrative, I don't think it's only the meta-narrative. But, like, that's an example of like, being aware of what people expect from your show and going against that on purpose. But, I mean, obviously, David Lynch isn't listening to a Twitter mob and changing it. He's saying like, oh, you want satisfaction? Well, no, this is Twin Peaks.
I love it. It's like why I love The Killing so much. You don't learn things quickly. It takes a very long time, but Lyndon and Holder, the two leads, are like two of my favorite characters ever. So it's like I don't even fucking care what they're doing as long as they're talking in a scene together. I'm happy.
So many plot points from The Killing were straight out of Twin Peaks. It's
I
like
gotta
insane.
watch Twin Peaks, dude. I gotta watch this.
I would be fascinated to hear what you think of Twin Peaks.
Because it sounds like something I love and don't like at all.
Yeah.
At the same time.
I mean, it would be. I mean, season 2 is a slog. Like there are parts of season 2 that get crazy, but it builds up to some of the best TV I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like the last episode or two of season 2 is like fantastic.
And I love David Lynch, dude. I'm sure I would love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rules.
And then season 3 is like really great.
Nice.
It's just very slow.
Is season 3 the revival?
Yeah, the return. Yeah.
Got it.
It's an 18-hour movie, and
Nice.
like that wasn't just hype. It kind of like works better like that. I think.
Sick.
Episode 8 of season 3 is like truly fantastic. It's incredible.
Sick.
Some of the best
awesome.
TV I've ever seen, probably. Anyway, Vern also says, "Here's a game if you have a second. I've kept it short, and then answers are below written backwards, so I get to play as well. Hey, thanks.
Awesome.
These are the German version of film titles translated back to English. Can you guess what films were the original called? This is fun. Okay, so number 1 is Straighten the Balls.
And what do I have to do? We have to say the
So it's-
German title?
Straighten the Balls is what it was called in German, but translated back into English for us.
Okay.
So what was the original American or English title?
Dodgeball.
Oh, probably. We'll confirm all 3 at the end so I
Okay.
don't get spoiled.
Okay.
Number 2, Die Slowly. Thought I'd throw an easy one in there, it says.
Die slowly.
Die Slow. I mean, Die Hard comes to mind.
What the hell? Die slowly? I got too much murder on the mind always. I don't know. An easy one. Die slowly. Who knows?
What's a movie about dying slowly? Oh my god.
Die
Someone in the
Hard.
audience is like, yeah, Die Hard comes to mind.
No Country for Old Men. Like, There Will Be Blood. I don't know. People are dying
right.
slowly all the time. We're all dying slowly.
And the last one is The Great Crawling. I want to say like Arachnophobia or
I'm gonna say Human Centipede.
or Anaconda, or
Yeah.
just Crawl. All right, here we go. Number 1, Dodgeball, yes. Number 2, Die Hard, yes.
Yes.
Number 3 is A Bug's Life. What?
What the hell?
The Great Crawling, Germany.
The Great Crawling.
Yeah, they're gross.
That's
I
a
don't know what
freaky
crawling
title,
is.
dude. My mind went to Human Centipede. Like,
Yeah. The Great Crawling does not sound pleasant, although A Bug's Life is a pretty bad movie. IMHO. Tyler Travis, are you able to separate art from the artist? Not off. I don't care to usually.
50-50 for me these days, Ian. Like, Joss Whedon stuff hurts.
I mean, I
hurts.
definitely rewatched The Avengers a month or 2 ago, having
Yeah.
forgotten that he directed it.
Like,
And I
Buffy's
liked
one of
it
my
mo-
favorite things of all
Liked it
time.
more than I did the first time. I didn't like The
Yeah.
Avengers when I saw it in theaters, but
Yeah.
and then I saw Joss Whedon come up, and I was like, oh, okay.
I'm finding it near impossible. Like, I pretty much don't like Harry Potter anymore.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, I can't.
Harry Potter's pretty much done for me.
Yeah,
The one that trips me up is like, because Roman Polanski is like total garbage.
Yeah.
But Chinatown is like a really good movie.
Yeah.
But like, fuck that dude. Like,
Yeah.
that's
yeah,
bad.
if you're,
That's
it's-
bad news, man.
Yeah. Like, if you're bad, I can't.
Yeah.
You know. It's just
Definitely
yeah,
like, because I saw it before I knew any of that stuff, you know. And I was like, oh, Chinatown is like one of my favorite movies. And then I like learned about all the like terrible stuff he did, and I was like, oh, well,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah, because if you do something that bad, it's just so hard. Like Christian Bale losing it on set,
Right.
you know, like, all right.
That's like, okay, maybe
you seem
this
like
guy's
you're
an
kind of an
asshole.
asshole. Yeah, but
Yeah.
like, I'm not, still love you as an actor. I'm going to see your movies,
Right,
Christian Bale.
sure.
Like, Tom
like,
Cruise, Scientology.
Tom Cruise, like, yeah,
sucks.
crazy, but like, yeah, Scientology's bad news, but like, I like Mission Impossible.
Yeah. But
I think I draw the line. I draw the line at like intentional hatred or like grievous, like, you know,
harm to people,
sexual assault, sexual
Yes.
misconduct,
any of that. Yes.
yeah, assault, you know, that kind of stuff. Like that you got to draw the line. Like I shan't be seeing
Gotta draw the line.
any further Fantastic Beasts
No.
movies. Like it's certainly not paying for them at least.
Yeah, because
like,
that money would go directly to her, dude.
yeah.
So.
Same reason I don't eat at Chick-fil-A. It's like they have a history of
Yep.
homophobia. Like
Yep. I've
just
not eaten Chick-fil-A
not gonna support it.
ever since that day, dude.
Yeah.
Have not been there since.
Never been there.
Totally.
So yeah, typically don't need to separate the art from the artist.
Yeah. Do we have any borderline ones? I guess like a Tom Cruise and a Christian Bale, maybe.
Tom
Kinda
Cruise is as borderline as you can get.
Sean Connery. This is a good one.
Sean Connery
The guy
is a real
is
piece of trash.
Such a bastard, but dude, James Bond and Indiana Jones.
I love Last
That's
Crusade.
a borderline one.
But like I grew up with Last Crusade and then like as an adult found out that he like beats women or whatever. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well,
Yeah.
shit.
I think
like what do you do?
I think as long as the scumbag isn't getting
Paid?
my monetary or public support helps. And if they're a terrible, I'm just like hard out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
well, because
in
it
the case
affects
of the
my
borderlines,
enjoyment. It can affect
Exactly.
your enjoyment too.
Totally. Like Sean Connery, as long as he's not getting any of my money, so be it.
Like Last Crusade, I'll still enjoy a Last Crusade. But
Sure.
like if he came out with another movie now, just wouldn't see it.
Yep.
But the other thing is like I don't need to like drag somebody on Twitter either. You know?
Exactly.
Like I'll just if someone asks me, I'll be like, yeah, I don't support
Yep.
that person. But like
Just cutting it out of my life,
Yeah.
moving on. Exactly.
yeah, that's I actually cancel people where I'm just like, all right, I'm just not gonna think about them anymore and they don't win.
Yep.
As much as is possible. Sometimes
Agreed.
not so easy to forget about someone if they're in your face all the time.
There's so many good things out there, and like the people who make them, dude, when they're awesome, it's the best. Like a Guillermo del Toro movie is the best because his
Right.
movies are the best, and he's the best.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a great point. There are plenty of people out there that are still great and nice.
exactly.
Like I heard
Why
a
waste
rumor
time
about
on
I heard a
afterwards?
rumor about like Disney Plus or something wanting to revive Firefly, and like a few years ago
What?
I would have been like, yeah, but now I'm just like, just
Yeah.
let it go. Like,
Yeah, let it
just
go.
let it stop. Even if he's not involved, it's just like, just do something else. Like, find new IP. Like, I know it's riskier, but like,
Yeah.
Firefly came out like of nowhere. Like, just find the next one. I know it's easier
Totally.
said than done, but Stephen Beaumont, what are your favorite practical effects, bodysuits, or puppets? The Thing,
The Fly.
The Fly, and the Thing.
Basically, David Cronenberg next.
Yeah, yeah. All of David Cronenberg.
Yes.
Decent amount of John Carpenter
Yep.
and the Muppets.
Obviously, Aliens.
Aliens. Yeah.
Terminator, obviously.
Steven says that mine would definitely be the Xenomorph. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Fawn from Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh.
And I love bigatures used so expertly for both the OG Star Wars and the LOTOR films, Trench Run and Minas Tirith. Yeah, dude, I
Totally.
love miniature
Absolutely.
work.
Dude, shout out to like
Blade Runner.
shout out to a not good movie, but the whirlwind water pirates scene in Pirates of the Caribbean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Where she's
whatever.
all it's in 3. Where she's all giant and looks terrible.
when there's like the whirlpool and all the
Watch it again. Watch it
Okay.
again.
I remember being wowed. I don't know. That's like a
The
$1 billion
comp is pretty gnarly. I
Okay,
just saw it like
okay,
not
all
long
right.
ago.
Ian, I haven't seen it since the movie theaters.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Also, the massive gimbal they made for rotating hallway in Inception was dope as hell. That was dope as hell.
Dude, legendary.
I love that stuff. I love
Legendary.
like any kind of practical stuff. I'm a sucker for it. Panamuse. I've been watching Kate Bush's I've been watching Kate Bush's The Line, The Cross, and The Curve a few times this week. I haven't heard of this.
Never heard
And
of
I
it.
find it adorable and disarming 50 minutes of magic. Any favorite music videos, long form or not?
Linkin Park reanimation. It's like a
Okay.
Gundam music video. It's Gundam. It's sick as hell.
Lauren has some good music videos. Like
really
Acid
the only
Rain
one
is
I
really
know.
good. I watched Breeze Blocks, the Alt J music video that's backwards. That one's
Nice.
pretty cool. What are some other
This is
good music videos?
America, dude.
Oh, This Is America's incredible.
Like the best.
John 50 by Black Midi, which is written John L. That music video is bonkers. Love that. Cellophane by FKA Twigs. That one was pretty cool. Speaking of stripper pole ones, the Infinite Stripper Pole Set It Off or whatever by Diplo. That music video is pretty hilarious. I like music videos. There are so many. Just by Radiohead, where they're all like laying on the ground. That one's fantastic. Rabbit in the Headlights. That one's good. Oh, the one with Rosamund Pike. There's a music video with Rosamund Pike, by Mass Effect. What is the song called? Ritual?
Shepherd.
No, that's not right. What?
Shepherd.
That's the song?
It was a Mass Effect joke.
Oh. Massive Attack. Did I say Mass Effect?
Yeah.
Massive Attack.
Okay. I was like, there's a band named Mass Effect? Cool.
Massive Attack. Good question. There's so many more. Happiness and Slavery by Nine Inch Nails. Just kidding. But Perfect Drug by Nine Inch Nails. I was very much into Nine Inch Nails as a kid. Happiness and Slavery is a very upsetting music video.
Did you paint your nails black? At some point in your life?
Sometimes
Nice.
as a teen I did, yeah.
I think Brad
there's
did too. Ask Brad. I think Brad painted his nails black.
Oh, funny. There's a really fun picture of me and my band from high school when we were playing at the Prince's Club in the cities, the Quest Club,
Yeah.
for some weird Battle of the Bands. I had a black and red triangle painted under one of my eyes. I was wearing a black fishnet shirt.
Yes.
My hair was short
Where's
and
this picture?
spiked up.
Where's this picture?
I'll have to find it.
Find this picture in for all of us, please.
Ridiculous picture. We'll put it as an incentive for something someday or something.
Perfect.
My ridiculous old band.
Great one.
The band was called Spolia Opima, which is Latin for like rich spoils or something, like a god.
Amazing. Amazing.
All right. I think we're like, I don't know how far we are. We're going to go a little faster now, okay?
Okay, lightning round.
Lightning rounds. Jason Wojnar says, in film, does too dark a subject matter become a turnoff? Sometimes. How dark and graphic can you get before it just feels exploitative? Depends on the subject matter, I guess.
I am filthy and I live in the gutters, so it can never be too dark for me, honestly.
I mean, like, sometimes it does get too... Like, I watched Solo, or 100 and whatever Days of Sodom, and it just got boring after a while. Like, I was just like, all right, I get it. They're eating each other's feces and torturing each other. And
See, that stuff, that like B-budget schlock, though, I usually don't find myself in those lanes very often.
Yeah.
Because, then it's just, when it's too much, like Cannibal Holocaust, all this stuff, it's just like, no stakes.
I guess I've gotten more sensitive as I've gotten older, like, to just, like, torture stuff. Like, I tried to watch what is it called? Like, Green Ruin or whatever the hell, that, like, the cannibal one.
Yeah. Eli Roth, maybe?
Yeah. And I just, like, got bored. I was just like, this is just upsetting and weird.
Human
and not
Centipede
even good.
2,
it's, like, not even
off.
good. It's not
It's not even good.
entertaining.
Exactly.
And, like, stuff with, like, just, like, torture stuff or, like,
I don't usually watch
child
torture
abuse
porn,
and stuff. Like,
yeah.
I just have no interest in that. Like, I just
Yeah.
cannot.
Yeah, torture porn I've been super out of. Like, Hostel was it. Like, I feel like that whole genre had its moment. Like, we don't even do that anymore,
Society
I feel like.
is past it, yeah.
So we're
hopefully.
we're all about creepy grandma standing in the corner, Ian. That's what we're all about.
Yeah. Breathing trees.
Yeah.
I wrestled with this question while watching a couple of movies, mainly Lilja Forever, Lilja Forever, and The Painted Bird. The former is based on a true story about a young girl who is forced into prostitution against her will. Yeah, that seems tough. The latter is about a young kid in World War II. Both protagonists go through indescribable torment and anguish, but don't feel like they are trying to say anything more than human trafficking is bad or war is hell. For Leisha Forever, I will say perhaps the issue is not as well known at the time of its release, so maybe they wanted to raise awareness. P.S. When are you going to do an episode about films from the Soviet Union? I don't know. I love On Silver Globe. That's from, well, I think that's Polish. I'm not sure which countries all count as... I'm not good at
geography, yeah.
I have an American education. They don't teach us anything.
No.
Like,
for
real.
It's
a joke.
Shit. Yeah.
They teach us lies.
Yeah. Fucking Mayflower.
Falsehoods.
Give me a break.
American educations are ridiculous. PPS, have you seen The Night Comes for Us starring Joe Taslim?
Yep.
Those are the kind of fights and kills you'd want from a Mortal Kombat film, but it would be an immediate NC-17 for sure. I have not seen that. You've seen that?
It's on Netflix. It's amazing. Highly recommend. Highly
Is
recommend.
it NC-17?
It's very bloody and graphic. Extremely.
Dang.
Yeah.
Love to see.
Yes.
I think that, to go back to the initial question, like, I think that there are artful ways to do difficult subjects, and just, like, there's a bit of trust when you're going into a movie, like, is this director...
Exactly, it's trust. Yeah.
Like, right, are they responsible with this subject matter or not? Like for example, Room, Brie Larson like, incredibly difficult movie, but handled with finesse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and based on a book.
Right. You could have made that exploitative and they didn't, whereas, like, I Spit on Your Grave or whatever is just, like, rape revenge fantasy stuff.
Exactly. Like, Room was like an award-winning book first. Right. Credibility, rather than, some guy going out there with $10,000. Blood, guts, and sex. Rah!
Right.
Exactly.
And I mean, I think
Ian,
that...
There's not enough of that, Ian. There's not enough of responsibility on the consumer, in a way, of, like, doing the research and knowing, like, who's making this, who's in this, who's responsible. Yeah, where does it originate? Yeah.
I mean, one could also say, like, why are people getting to make these things? Like, why do we need this?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to censor anyone, but, like, at the same time, it's like, what's the point? I don't know.
I love me some true crime. I don't know, man.
Yeah. My tolerance for true crime is going down.
I
can't handle it as much.
Yeah, it's draining. But to me, that like, no movie ever can affect me as much as true crime, because it's true.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess I'm desensitized to film because it pretty much can't affect me because it's not real.
We're so bad at going fast.
I'm sorry.
No, this is good discussion. I love this. I'm just commenting on both of us. You're eating an apple? Love that. Ninja Kill Bunny, what is a type/genre of movie? You all right? You choking on your apple, dude? What is a type/genre of movie that you would like to see each of the following directors tackle at some point in their career? 1. Quentin Tarantino, sci-fi. 2. Catherine Bigelow, horror? She did Near Dark. Yeah, she did Near Dark.
Western.
A Western. Yeah, she'd do well at a Western. Edgar Wright. Oh, what hasn't he done? He's done a lot. He hasn't really done a sci-fi, has he?
I don't think so. I was going to say heist, and I stopped myself.
I think a time travel movie. Edgar Wright time travel would be really cool because he would get fun. Like intricate but fun with it. Like it'd be funny.
Very fun.
Yeah.
And that is such a genre for sure.
Denis Villeneuve, in my opinion, can just do anything. Like he's one of my favorite directors.
He's hit sci-fi heavily. He's hit like true biographical war crime. He's hit like fictitious crime. He's hit a lot, dude. Yeah, he's done biographical. He's done like crime drama, sci-fi.
I think it'd be fun to see Denis Villeneuve do a comedy.
Yeah, sure. His stuff's so heavy, for sure.
Like a farce almost. Or like a
type.
Like a Knives Out. I was just gonna say like a Knives Out, like a whodunit comedy.
Sign me up. For sure.
Damien Chazelle, La La Land, Whiplash, 10 Cloverfield Lane.
God, I love Whiplash.
I loved Whiplash.
I
never want to see it again. I did not like La La Land at all.
Did not like it. Damien Chazelle, just like make a documentary. I don't know. On music. Didn't he do a documentary on music?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I think he's good. I just didn't like La La Land, but Whiplash is incredible. So
10 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, he'd be good at a horror, I think. Like very tense, I think.
Musical
horror.
based. Some kind of music element.
A character-driven musical horror.
Yes.
But not campy.
Yes. Dude, I want to see it right now.
That would be, if you could pull it off, that'd be pretty wild. Sage Mode Q. Hey, Ian and Huber, I'm really excited for this random reaction shots because it's giving me a chance at redemption. You see, a couple of months back when you guys did Hidden Gems, I submitted a post and unfortunately it got deleted by Patreon. Oh no. So now I think this is the perfect time to bring that movie back and let it have its moment to shine. The movie in question is called Blind Spotting. It came out in 2018 and it was my favorite movie of the year. It was written by and directed by David Diggs, whom I love.
Did this question come in today?
2 days ago.
Okay, keep going.
I love David Diggs. He's the singer in Clipping, and he was in Hamilton. Who you may know as Lafayette from Hamilton, yeah. It is about a recently let out of prison man, David Diggs, who has to survive his last 3 days on parole without getting into any trouble, and let's just say things get pretty crazy. Mostly involving his crazy best friend who's always getting him in trouble, but also the fact that he witnesses a police shooting on his way home from work one night and have to deal with, the ramifications of that. This is a low-budget movie that is beautifully shot, beautifully acted, and is super powerful, but also actually really funny too, and has a lot of heart. I really, really, really recommend that both of you try to see it if you can. I know that you would both love it. It left such a lasting impression on me, and that I've been waiting for my chance to bring it back to Reaction Shots just to gush about it. Love and respect. Sage Mode Q.
This is the fucking best timing, Sage Mode Q. 10 hours ago, Sage Mode Q. First Blind Spotting trailer reveals release date for TV spin-off of acclaimed film. 10 hours ago. Boom!
Have you seen Blind Spotting?
No.
It was on my list. It's on my list. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I saw this headline. I was like, oh, Blind Spotting. Like, let me check this out. It was like, today, Sage Mode. How good is that?
That's amazing.
I bet they're stoked.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the people involved, I guess, the main producers and stars of the movie are involved in the...
Oh, sick. David Diggs is a genius, like, straight up. Like, his lyrics for Clipping are just amazing.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be on Stars, which I don't have. Stars. And that's coming, will be making its world premiere on June 11th at the Tribeca Film Festival. June 13th. Yeah, June 13th on Stars. It's a month away.
Holy shit. That's like literally a month away.
Yeah. Sage Mode's
wow. Gotta watch Blind Spotting. Yeah. And then gotta sign up for Stars and finish my Black Sails watch through. You can watch that commercial free on Stars.
Nice.
Not a sponsor. Cold Smith, I would love to know what each of you think is the biggest award snub, all categories and all of history counts.
Saving Private Ryan, not winning Best Picture.
Ooh. So, for example, Val Kilmer should have won Best Actor for his portrayal of Doc Holliday in Tombstone, hands down. Yeah, probably. Dragon Slayer, 1981 for special effects. Kubrick and Hitchcock for Best Director. Yeah, that one's weird that they didn't. I tend to...
Saving Private Ryan, straight up. It lost to Shakespeare in Love that year.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
No one talks about that movie. Every single year, Saving Private Ryan, dude, still relevant. Still a 10.
Whatever lost to Crash, the non-Cronenberg one, the terrible one.
Yeah.
Whatever lost to that got robbed, because that movie is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think of Private Ryan. I'm still bitter about that one.
Mm-hmm.
Same with... I mean, you had to give it to one, dude. No Country and There Will Be Blood. There had to be a loser. It sucks. There Will Be Blood lost.
I think that one shook out the right way.
It shook out probably the right way, but doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel good.
No Country for Old Men is a better movie.
Yeah.
But it's a better character, and he did a better job acting in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that one won directing, right? And he won Best Actor.
Maybe, yeah.
But like No Country won Best Movie, Best Picture, if I recall. So like that one I think shook out the correct way.
I don't think Liam Neeson won for Schindler's List as well. I think they gave it. It was a makeup. I think they gave it to Pacino for Scent of a Woman that year, if I'm correct.
Oh, weird.
And Liam Neeson as Oscar Schindler is one of the all-time greats.
It's even his character's name. Andreas Kleanthus. How can we make Dragon Ball into a good movie? Super Saiyans are awesome and need to be seen on a big screen with a big budget special effects. So why not try again and try it right? They reboot Batman every 5 years, so why not Dragon Ball and Avatar? Another Avatar attempt would be good. The Last Airbender. I don't know what you're talking about. The live-action Dragon Ball movie is fantastic.
We need... I don't know what the hell we need to make that movie good, dude. We need, like, money with no oversight. But that is impossible. We need the huge budget. We need the Wachowskis to just do it or something, dude. I don't know.
The Wachowskis maybe could pull it off.
Yeah. It's tough, dude. Like, because I think my ideal Dragon Ball movie, you start with Dragon Ball. So you don't have to go all flashy, Super Saiyan, laser beams, explosions everywhere. You start small.
I think that's what I was going to say. You start small. You start
like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon vibes, like that level of artistry and like power. And
you just have to make sure that like the characters are good and interesting.
Yeah.
You know, because like otherwise it's just not going to carry it.
Yeah.
But I think starting small. You do need the right kind of zany energy to like make it work, I think.
Like an almost manic energy of just like...
But I mean, like,
Master Roshi
Speed Racer was not a financial success to my knowledge, so like, I don't know. Juice Mofo. I have two great movies to bring up that may never fit anywhere else. First, David Cronenberg's Crash. Hey, I was just talking about that. Which I think, except for Crash is the good one. David Cronenberg's Crash is the good one.
Crash.
Yeah. The Oscar winner is the bad Crash. The David Cronenberg one is the good Crash. If that was confusing before. Yes. Although this Crash is very upsetting. I think it's his most underappreciated film. It's hard to track down, but be sure to watch the NC-17 version, not the R-rated one. Without the sex scenes, the movie actually stops making sense. That's kind of true. Crash's plot and character development hinge as much on sex as most movies do on violence. In this movie, it's kind of both. A Marvel movie wouldn't make sense with all the action scenes cut out, and Crash doesn't make sense without sex scenes. Second is 24-Hour Party People. It's a great semi-mockumentary style movie that tells the story of Factory Records, Joy Division, New Order, Happy Mondays. It skillfully blurs the line between historical fact, legend, and complete fiction. Also, it's hilarious. I have seen Crash NC-17, and I have not seen 24-Hour Party People. Crash NC-17 was because I used to get really triggered by like cheating on like infidelity.
Yeah.
As a kid, I don't know why, it just really upset me. And man, there are some scenes in that movie.
I saw it when I was too young. I was in college and I still felt too young. The entire movie was over my head. The movie was over and I was blank. I was blank-faced, and I was like, what did I just watch? I don't know what to, like, it was just like a non-watch because I like it just washed over me. Like I wasn't engaged. I didn't know what was going on. I gotta rewatch it because I love my man Cronenberg.
And
all of his movies. 10 out of 10.
And like James Spader, like the king of upsetting sex in that period of time, like Sex, Lies, and Videotape and this and like Secretary and stuff, like weird. Well, Secretary's, you know, pretty normal for
strangest thing though with Cronenberg, Crash, that final shot that like kind of zooms out, if I recall. I don't know why it stuck with my head, Ian.
Yeah, where they're like making out on the side of the road.
Yeah, there's like a zoom out
thing.
And it was just a weird final shot, I remember. I don't know why that's...
It's like a crane shot, I think.
Yeah. It felt weird. That's all I remember. This weird crane shot. I don't know why that sticks out to me, dude.
I remember that.
I remember thinking Cronenberg with a crane. I don't know.
I remember when, spoiler alert, I guess. I remember when James Spader is driving and Elias Koteas is like digitally servicing his wife in the back seat. That part, I remember that part.
Totally,
and I remember Charlotte Gainsbourg like pulling out her boob after a car accident. I remember a lot of that movie, actually. There's like a lady who has like a bum leg and they like do sexy things with
They get off on like banging and crashing,
crazy.
right?
Yeah, they get aroused by car crashes.
Yeah.
It's pretty gnarly. All right, we actually have to go faster now.
Yeah, we have to go. Lightning round, for real.
Bort. You guys get a chance to watch Missile vs. the Machines from the Spider-Verse crew? Not yet.
Nope.
On a disparate note, have either of you watched Invincible on Amazon? Not yet.
No, I'm not cool enough.
Huber's not cool enough.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Teff says, what's your favorite soundtrack in a movie and why? For me, it's probably Grosse Pointe Blank. It has a perfect blend of music, which is used perfectly with every scene to enhance it. Also, on a side note for Huber, do you think Last of Us PS5 remake is to coincide with the HBO show as to allow a new audience to experience it on a new console? It's my only thought as to why they would even consider redoing it again.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
I would say first one that comes to mind for the soundtrack thing is probably
Inception.
Big Lebowski.
Nice.
Good soundtrack.
Star Wars Episode 1,
Tron
dude. Duel of the
Legacy.
Fates. Don't even.
Jose
Iconic.
L. Hi, allies, says Jose.
Also, Baby
Greetings.
Driver, dude. Come on.
We're
Baby
going
Driver?
fast, Huber.
Baby Driver,
great
though. You
soundtrack.
have to
Baby
mention it.
There are so many good soundtracks. Movies have so many good soundtracks. Greetings from Japan. I'm sure you've heard the common workplace complaint that a meeting should have been an email. Are there any TV shows that you thought could have been a movie instead? Sometimes TV shows don't take full advantage of their medium and are overly... Legion, the FX show?
Yeah, Ian's pissed.
You shut your whore mouth.
Could have been a movie, dude. So much dragging on, dude. Sitting in a fucking room.
It definitely dragged. It definitely dragged. But you could not have fit all that in a movie. It should have been a shorter show.
Okay.
Much like almost every Netflix original, it's like 3 or 4 episodes too long.
How about this one? Game of Thrones final season. Couldn't have been worse. It just should have made it a movie.
Couldn't have been worse. They should have just let other people take over the show, is what they should have done. If they wanted out, they should have just got out and let someone else who gave a shit do it.
It's a really fun question. Shit, I wish we had more time on this one.
TV show, I mean, we have all the time in the world. We're us. We can do whatever we want. TV show that should have been a movie, I think the other way around more often.
Yeah.
Like movies that should have been blasted out into a TV show.
Yes.
But, I mean, Cecil Hotel could have been a documentary film instead of a series.
Totally. That one went on for a little too long.
Like, The Vow, same thing. Like, don't pad it out, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't pad it out. I'll sleep on that one. I'm going to sleep on that question.
Yeah. Sometimes TV shows don't take full advantage of their medium and are overly bloated. What could have been an amazing 90-minute movie was a mediocre and boring 12-hour session. Have you ever felt this way, and are there any examples you can think of? Love and respect, Jose. We thought of a few. Joseph Caruso, do you ever feel like platforms that allow mature content sometimes lead to gratuitous violence or sex? Netflix animated anthology Love, Death, and Robots is a pretty good show, but the nudity and sex is sometimes, or in some episodes, feels pretty unnecessarily graphic. I only watched like 1 or 2 of those, and I didn't care for them, but maybe the other ones are good.
Beth and I have a joke where CW shows have like a lot of sex. It's like up the sex. It's like,
but they
people
can't
just, like,
show anything.
Yeah,
though.
it's just people taking their shirts off, like men, women, just like.
It's like HBO will just like they've gotten better about it in the recent years where it's just like
Skinamax.
The nudity actually feels like more earned now, but like early Game of Thrones days and earlier is just like they had to have boobs in every episode every like 15 minutes. It felt like it was like a rule.
Amelia Clark talking about Game of Thrones season 1 like recently, and how
she like
Jason Momoa like really like she was giving such a shout out to him of like him like taking care of her and making sure that everything was fine and like
it's
like a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, I remember hearing that he was like, he would apologize and he was like, I'm sorry, I don't want to be doing this. Understand personal and cultural experience can affect our perception and acceptance of sex and violence. So maybe it's just my innocent North American eyes that would rather not look at animated genitalia, especially with a little warning. Love and respect, Joe.
It is wild that Americans are way more uncomfortable with sex than blood and guts. It is.
It is very strange.
Like a little bit of sex, oh my goodness, oh, but like blood and guts,
honestly,
blam, gun.
It should honestly be the other way around. Like, we're so puritanical in this country. But I think it's like we've stated before, like if it's responsible and like if you know that like the actors are consenting and like the story like earns it, then it's fine. But like if it's exploitative and it seems like the actors like aren't into it, like if it's exploitative and everyone's into it, like okay, fine, whatever. But like I don't know. Like if you've got an Emilia Clarke where she like doesn't really want to be doing it, don't fucking do it.
Don't do it.
I don't know. That's my 2 cents. Brad Granz, have you watched Invincible yet? No.
No, we're not cool enough, Ian. Damn it.
We're not cool enough. I watched the whole season and it felt like at any moment it could turn into Venture Brothers. Oh, fun. I like Venture Brothers. Super Sushi. How great are A Few Good Men and 12 Angry Men? Are they the best courtroom dramas ever? I haven't seen either.
Ooh, dude, 12 Angry Men, 10 out of 10.
I know, yeah.
I haven't seen A Few Good Men in a while, but you can't handle the truth. So.
You can't handle the truth.
It's a good one.
There's apparently also, I think, my dad would always tell me about it. It might be Russian. There's like a Russian version of 12 Angry Men. I can't remember what it's called.
My favorite, I'm sorry, Judgment at Nuremberg. It's about fucking Nazi scum. It's one of the best courtroom movies you'll ever see. It's over 3 hours. This is a masterpiece. It's one of the most underrated masterpieces of our time.
Okay.
Check it out.
Conrad
That is a Paul Huber recommendation.
Huh?
It's a Paul Huber recommendation.
From your dad.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. I'm going to take this opportunity to shout out / recommend some recent TV shows that I've really enjoyed. Jujutsu Kaisen. For sure the best shonen action anime in years. It is great horror-based lore, no waifu bullshit, and some of my favorite anime characters.
You know what else is shonen?
Huh.
Naruto.
Yeah. The Serpent, tense Netflix thriller based on real-life serial killer Charles Sobrage, who killed backpackers in Southeast Asia from 1975 to 2000. Jesus.
Shit.
Invincible. First I thought, I guess we gotta watch this fucking show.
Exactly, I guess.
First I thought that it would just be an animated version of The Boys, but where that show is clearly satire, Invincible is more of a straight Marvel DC superhero story, but with realistic violence and Kirkman patented plot twists and shocking moments. Sons of Sam, a great true crime documentary about journalist Maury Terry's obsession with proving that David Berkowitz was not alone in the Son of Sam killing spree. Son of Sam, that movie I found disturbing as a kid. Now I'm looking forward to the new seasons of Love, Death, and Robots and Castlevania, and would like to point out the reason why a lot of people find Castlevania so good that is rarely mentioned. It's written by comic book genius Warren Ellis.
Whoa!
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No. Warren Ellis is sketch as fuck.
The Watchmen Warren Ellis?
Dude, Warren Ellis. Dude, no.
About?
This is not. Dude, I don't like this. Warren Ellis.
I heard that someone working on Castlevania
50 women
was
have accused of Warren Ellis of sexual misconduct. So this guy's sketch is hell, and anything he's ever written is not okay, dude. Yeah, I'm like triggered. This guy's not good.
Well, guess you're not watching season 3 of Castlevania.
Yeah.
Big fan of his work for years, and his voice is blah 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 blah. Transmetropolitan Global Frequency.
He actually got kicked off of Castlevania.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Now I'm going to get back to RE Village and finish it in time for that spoiler cast, which should be going up today sometime.
Soon, yeah.
I finished it. Love and respect, thank you. Hey man, nice shots. Hey guys, randomness. Finally a topic which I have something to contribute. Something that we might have in common is the big role that movies have played throughout our lives. A lot of memories, life events, or phases that are linked to certain movies. Oh, absolutely. As I'm a big sucker for nostalgia, I've collected some movies that are important to me or that have defined certain moments in my life and I'd like to ask you the same. Can you think of 3 movies or more that are important to you and have a story/memories associated with it? So many.
Yeah, I'll just give one. Peeling out of the parking lot from seeing Fast and the Furious 1 with my brother in the movie theater. And every single car leaving that parking lot going 150 miles an hour out of there.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. The best memories. Drove home so fast. Everyone was racing. So dangerous. Then they had to come out with all these warnings, dude, because of that.
Like, don't drive fast.
The first couple of weeks of that movie, controversial, dude.
I mean, for me, Jurassic Park made me want to be a paleontologist. Then Twister made me want to be a tornado chaser, and
Nice. Hell yeah.
just all of that. And I mean, Princess Bride, just so many good memories.
Yeah.
Here is Hey Man Nice Shots' list. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I have some memories of that one too. I should start off by saying that my love of movies started when I was just a kid and undoubtedly got it from my mom. My mom also introduced me to Terminator 2. We used to rent movies almost every week, and later on we would often went to the movie theater together. No, I wasn't a cool kid, and no, I regret nothing. I could still remember she took me to see Terminator 2 in theaters, and I must have been only 6 or 7 years old, making her the coolest mom ever. It was a long movie, and this was before intermissions had become a thing, so after slurping down a big soda, I had to pee so badly in the middle of the movie, we missed about 10 minutes of the part where Sarah Connor ends up in the desert, but the rest of the movie was the best thing. It therefore still remains one of my favorite movies of all time, and one of my fondest memories. Jurassic Park, similar story, saw it in theaters. Yeah, I saw this one with my dad, it was great. Didn't have to pee, I think I was 8 when this one came out. Was completely blown away by such an overwhelming spectacle, sparked my love of movies for the rest of my life, dug away into the very core of my heart, where it was still warm and a fuzzy place to this day. I only partially jokingly refer to 1993 as 0 AJP, and any year before that is counts backwards BJP, so before Jurassic Park and after Jurassic Park.
Perfect.
The Burbs, around that same time, Belgian television, where I'm from, must have gotten a good deal on buying The Burbs because they would show that movie at least once every summer. It was one of my mom's favorite movies, but being just a little kid, it scared the crap out of me, and I couldn't see the comedy part of it. Growing up, however, I started loving it more and more, and hey, late 80s horror, cozy neighborhood vibes, and Corey Feldman, that's what I'm all about. I agree, The Burbs is fun. The Matrix, this completely blew my mind when it came out in theaters. Those visuals, that action, the trippy and deep plot, at least as a young teen. The music, Rage Against the Machine, Rob Zombie. Yeah, the soundtrack for this movie was bonkers to me.
My mom had to explain The Matrix to me. I didn't understand it.
Oh, really?
So,
my mom wouldn't let me see it because she thought my grasp on reality was tenuous enough as it was. So she thought if I saw it, I would start thinking that reality was pretend.
Holy shit.
Which, she was probably right in that regard. But yeah, I eventually watched it all the time and fell in love with that movie. Afterwards, it became the very best DVD I ever got. Yeah, there were scenes I watched over and over again. Watched it literally more than 20 times in a few years' time. I would have to go back to the amazing soundtrack and end up buying the score by mistake, which I later got to appreciate as well. Yeah, they were both good. To this day, I know a lot of the dialogue by heart. Wow, there are so many here. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. The college years. I picked up this DVD for quite cheap without knowing much about it, but I heard good things, and it came in a very beautiful box set with the soundtrack included. And who says you shouldn't judge a movie by its cover? I immediately loved it and watched it over and over. More specifically, it was the perfect movie to cry with when I inevitably got a crush on another girl that turned out not to be interested in me. Woe is me indeed. Honorable mention, The Sopranos, which I never saw.
Show?
Yeah, the show. Not a movie, but I discovered this in college. The unmatched, warm, and cozy vibes, countered by the harsh mob violence, the characters, and the incredible soundtrack. Needless to say, still my favorite series ever, and I also think it might be my soulmate. Good stuff. Mm-hmm. On a final note, the film club I started at work is still going, and we have a fun bunch of people joining in every other week, with some interesting movie picks so far. That's awesome. Thanks for inspiring me to set this up for the podcast that always feels like I'm hanging out with friends, for the impeccable recommendations, and for the great vibes. Love and respect. Hey, man, nice shots.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, they're doing that Sopranos prequel. John Bernthal. It's going down. Hype it up.
Cool. Was he in the original?
No.
No. Oh,
No.
okay. I suppose if it's a prequel, he wouldn't have been. Nick Gothic. Hey, allies. Do you like the 60s? Do you have any movies you feel like accurately represent life in the 60s and the culture of the time?
Easy Rider. Easy Rider.
Yeah, I think I'm
sure.
probably more familiar with the 70s than the 60s. I feel it in the Richard Lester films like Hard Day's Night and The Knack and How to Get It. I love British 60s so much. A Hard Day's Night is a delight and a time capsule of the moment when the Beatles were about to conquer the world and start a new era for young people everywhere, complete with loving chummy dialogue, screwball comedy, and modern and very avant-garde editing styles of new wave. The Knack is the following year, which would take the same principles and show a story of generational class divisions and untamable sexual energy simmering underneath the 60s and also the ugly parts of them, exemplified in the predatory aspects exploiting women's newfound sexual freedom, covering all of that in a simple story of 3 guys and a girl sharing a flat in London and going out on a scooter adventures in the city, buying used furniture in scrapyards, listening to Thelonious Monk, applying DIY, and a lot of Benny Hill running around scenes, and unbridled youthful energy of the 60s shining through. The Knack and How to Get It is my favorite movie ever and won a Cannes Award in 1965. Oh, cool.
Nice.
The times are changing indeed. Other 60s films I love that I feel accurately reflect the culture of the 60s are Blow Up, yeah. The Servant, Breathless, yeah. Midnight Cowboy, yeah, I like Midnight Cowboy. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Are there 2 Fear and Loathing in Las Vegases? There
Maybe, yeah.
Unless, it's just set then? And one obscure but marvelous British show called The Strange World of Gurney Slade. What films or show do you feel like most accurately reflect life in the 60s? I'm fascinated by the period and would like to have as many sources of inspiration as my own for my own comics. Bonus points if they're British and if they're deep cuts. Well, one of my favorite TV series of all time is British and from the 60s, The Prisoner.
There it is. Yeah, watch that. That wins. Said a bunch of good ones. I'm looking at the list here. I really like Lolita, Kubrick.
Oh, I haven't seen. I've read the book, but I haven't seen the movie. The Conversation is 74, so that's too late.
Goldfinger, dude, one of my favorite Bond movies.
When was Straw Dogs? That's an upsetting one.
That's very
good old Peckinpah. I feel like I bring me the head of Alfredo Garcia on like every freaking episode of the show.
I feel like you do. I'm into it.
I feel like I kind of do.
Yeah.
That movie's great. You would love it. Cesar
The
Villa
Graduate.
Says, The Graduate. I didn't like The Graduate, actually, kind of. Cesar Villa says, hello. I wrote a few random things. Feel free to use any that you feel like sharing or skip all of them altogether. I'm reading everything, damn it. We're almost there. Somewhat gaming and movie related. Netflix is stopping support for the Wii U app at the end of next month. Wow. And that makes me sad. Stop laughing. I'm being serious here. Let me explain. I've never owned an iPad or Android-based tablet, so the biggest portable screen I have is the Wii U gamepad. And after I figured out the USB LAN adapter of the Switch could also be used in the Wii U, it has been my go-to screen when I'm washing the dishes or fixing dinner at the kitchen. These past 6 months have been a rebirth of that screen, so when I got the notification a couple weeks back, I felt it. So long, Netflix on the Wii U. You will be missed. Oh, that's really sweet. I like that. Somewhat inappropriate, but wonder if you have any notes or similar stories to share. I was 12 years old in 1994 when True Lies hit theaters, and it being an action movie starring Arnold What's-His-Impossible last name, and directed by James Cameron, I had to watch it. I remember it starting out, and the first time Tia Carrera appeared in the screen, I was baffled at her beauty and sex appeal, and at the restraint of Harry for not doing a thing with this incredible sexy woman, only to get home to his family, to his average mommy-looking wife. Fast forward an hour and a half of movie, and we see Harry's wife arrive at the hotel in this really unflattering dress, where she's supposed to go entangle this bad guy, but then she stops at the mirror, starts ripping the dress to pieces, and adolescent me started having feelings. Guilty feelings. Why am I being aroused by this old woman? She's a mom. She's not a sexy art trader with a dark side. She's the reliable wife of her, with her life settled comfortably. Is there something wrong with me? Of course, the story is so long. Of course, which is great. Of course, after a few years, I realized that the supposedly ugly mommy and everyday wife was played by Jamie Lee Curtis, and she was considered a sex symbol of the 80s. But to me, at the moment of watching the movie for the first time, made me feel like there was something wrong with me for liking this woman. I guess I fell for the pretty woman made ugly by adding glasses trope, made famous by teen comedies. And last, the story of my stupidity while watching Star Wars Episode 2 Attack the Clones. Oh, this is just a different story. Okay.
Whoa. Syndrome.
Sure. When The Phantom Menace was released, I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was as great as the other episodes, but I was hyped to see Darth Vader train and become a Jedi in the next installment. My brother owned the VHS tapes with the original trilogy and contained some interviews with George Lucas before the main feature. And there he said that Episode 1 would be released around 98 or 99, and that he would probably direct the first one and hire other directors for Episodes 2 and 3, as he did for the originals. And that thought stayed with me up until 2002 when I went alone to the theater to watch Episode 2. This is a whole different experience to the previous one. I'm hating this movie at every turn, hating it. Every time it made me believe something was going to happen, it just cuts and moves on to another part of the galaxy with another character. When are the freaking clones going to attack? What's with this dull, half-baked love story? Finally, Anakin and Padme take off to rescue Obi-Wan, and I'm hoping for stuff to happen. And yeah, there are some fun things with the arena battle. And finally, we get to the fight with Count Dooku. Anakin grabs the second lightsaber, the scene from the trailer. This is going to be so good. And what follows? Close-ups of both characters just moving their arms, and with lights of the sabers in their faces.
Yeah.
Dooku cuts Anakin's hand, and that's it. God damn. Then Yoda appears, and the fight is okay, but not enough to redeem this dreadful movie. And all this time, I'm remembering that interview and thinking, come on, George, who on earth did you hire to make this mess, and why didn't you stop them? And as I'm thinking this, the movie ends, and I'm greeted by this gigantic blue letters saying, directed by George Lucas. Holy shit, it was him? It was you? You did this? How? Why? And that's it for memories. Estamos en contact, Cesar.
I can't stand
yeah,
his puns.
I was a little perv as a kid, so I was just into everybody.
Nice.
But True Lies was good, yeah.
True Lies, yeah, I remember I saw it at the theater with my family. They took me.
Great.
7 years old. Yeah.
I saw a couple of the preview or prequel trilogy movies early because I worked at the movie theater, so that was kind of fun. But
damn,
that's still pretty
exclusive.
Bad. Yeah.
That's
my
a good
friend
one
Joe,
to see early, dude. Star Wars prequels.
Yeah. I saw Matrix 2 a day early as well.
Nice.
It was pretty sick.
It's very cool.
Because they had to screen the movies like to make sure that they worked, and so like the employees got to look too.
Sick.
Ashes of Aranea. Oh boy, I have no time to read all these comments and see if someone has already suggested what I wanted. I'm just gonna say I love your work, love and respect. Maybe I'll get back to this later, but probably no time. I was waiting for an Invincible recommendation.
Same.
So we're waiting for it.
Same, dude. That is exactly where my mind went. I was like, here it comes. Here it comes.
And last comment, we made it. It's a doozy.
Shit,
Zach Wojnar 3 hours ago. Oh shoot, am I too late? You made it.
You made it.
Here's my story, and it's another story. And if I have to send it again next month, so be it. We're getting to it right now. Yeah. I have a head full of superhero movies and stories about vigilante justice. The Equalizer, Billy Jack, Death Wish, Harry Brown, all of it. I'm here for it. Meanwhile, one of my side projects is serving as a home health aide to a sweet old lady. Sweet. That's cool. She's 88 years old and used to work at 17 Magazine. Fun. 17 Magazine sent me a gift subscription for Fan Hink one time, and I was like, all right, I'll read it. She's basically who I want to be when I grow up, but she's got some cognitive issues. She's not 100% all there, you know? She's sharper than you might expect for an 88-year-old, but she still loses track of what year it is, who I am, and whether an episode of Star Trek is on or not. is or is not the news on CNN. One day, out of nowhere, I got to work to visit her, and there's some weird guy there. I recognize him from the supermarket, but he's not her friend or anything, and he's not ancient. He's like 60 or so, and he keeps coming around. Red flags everywhere. I'm 100% confident he's taking advantage of this sweet little elderly lady who has become convinced he's her boyfriend. Jesus. There's a lot more to this story, like how he tried to write a check in her name, which we promptly canceled because fuck that guy. But I realized,
what the hell?
Yeah, but I realized I had to do something drastic. So I went to the supermarket in front of a bunch of people and asked this guy, Carl, for his last name. Not sure we should, whatever. He wouldn't give it to me. He said, "What's your last name?" So I channeled my inner badass, curated from a lifetime of righteous heroes standing up against evildoers, and said, "Wojnar, Wojnar. Do you think it's okay for an employee of this supermarket to go to the apartment of an 88-year-old woman and with dementia, sleep over multiple times a week, get drunk, give her medication, and not tell anyone your name?" He had no answer for me and even tried to call security. I said, "Are you trying to scare me? Because it's not working." But let me tell you, I was fucking scared. My legs and arms were shaking like I could either sit down and cry or do a Mortal Kombat fatality on this guy. I closed by saying, "Well, if you don't answer my questions, maybe the supermarket's HR department will." So I left, and the next day I called HR. They gave me his name, and it turns out he has a criminal record, and they transferred him to a store way downtown. I don't think the sweet little old lady is entirely out of danger, and the effects of his gaslighting and manipulation are still lingering, but I think I scared him off, at least for the time being. Part of me wanted to quit or just ignore it, or pass the buck to her next of kin or lawyer or whatever, but I figured I watched all these movies about the strong protecting the weak from bullies. Now I was in a position to make a difference, and I went for it. I was Denzel Washington. I was Tom Laughlin. I was Captain America. I was Brad Pitt in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Movies teach lessons, and it's up to us to use those lessons to feel empowered enough to stand up to bullies and protect the weak, old, and defenseless. I don't know if I could have stood up to this creepo without the force ghosts of all the heroes I've seen in movies, TV, and video games at my back. If you're not going to stand up for justice, whether it means going to a BLM march or sticking up for someone who needs help, what's the point of consuming any media where justice is such a prevalent theme? Wow.
Great ending.
Damn.
Wow.
I'm getting a little emotional.
Hero, dude.
Yeah, that was wild, Zachary.
Heroic. So
Zach.
intense.
I don't know why I called you Zachary. I added an R-E.
Zachary, dude. It deserves a Zachary, right?
That's
Zachary.
a Zachary.
Zachary, you did well.
Man, my goodness. What a tale. Anyway,
Yeah.
what a rip-roaring bonanza of an episode this has been.
We made it.
We made it.
We made it through.
2 hours almost on the kisser. Thank you,
Bullseye.
Huber. It's been a hugely long day. We shot
Was I up today at 9 a.m.? Yeah, today.
You were up today at 9 a.m. for that
Yeah.
thing, and then
For
we
some
shot.
previews you'll see soon.
Yeah, and then we shot the RE8 Village spoiler mode, which was like 2 hours long, and then I cut that, and then I cut our food video, and then now we shot this, and now I have to cut this. And yesterday was all day too. I feel like, man.
Oh yeah, and I did my syndrome today too. Oh, I gotta watch my syndrome. I gotta watch my syndrome after this and prove that.
I hate sitting in front of this computer. But we're just kidding around. We love doing this, and we feel privileged to do it. And it's all because of you and patrons, our patrons and Twitch subscribers, and beautiful people like you.
I want to be a better person like Zach Wojnar, dude. That is like inspirational story, dude.
I'd be so scared.
That's terrifying. That's I get that feeling. I know exactly what that feeling he's talking about. I get that feeling when I'm like telling someone that like they're bothering me or something, or like in a movie theater if someone's being really loud. I'm so scared to like, excuse me, can you be quiet? I just feel it in my bones. This guy's like saving lives, dude.
I tend to when I'm threatened, but very different situation. But I've been surprised at myself sometimes when I get into situations where like a bully is in my face or something, like a big crazy guy at a bar or something. I just like get stoic and just like stare them down. And usually I'll ask, "Are you all right?"
Stare down, dude. You stare down.
Because I get like thermonuclear. I get thermonuclear level like annoyed by people like misbehaving themselves like that and like directing it toward me. I'm just like, no, you are a child. I am not going to deal with you.
I feel like that would make them more pissed.
Oh, it always does. This dude whose car I parked next to, and he was parked in a compact spot with a Range Rover. I didn't touch his car, didn't go anywhere near it. He was waiting. When I parked there, I was like, this is gonna cause me trouble later. I like knew it. Came out, he's waiting there, and he's like, I don't like that you parked your car so close to my car. And I was like, what? And he was like, you're too close to my car. And I'm like, well, it's a compact spot. Like, your car is too big. And then he just like started going off on me. And then I said to him, I'm like, are you all right? And he goes, no. And I'm just like, all right, man.
Are you all right?
Because like the dude was clearly unhinged. Like he wanted me to fight him.
He's driving a Range Rover, so he's clearly like,
yeah, big tiny dick energy. He wanted me to fight him, is what he wanted. And I'm like,
you Zach Wojnar'd him, dude. You showed him.
I'm like, I don't give a shit about anybody's dick. I'm not fighting you. We got some shout outs. Patreon.com/EasyAllies. We got a shout out tier. Bee-boo.
Clip that.
What? I don't care about anybody's dick.
Just the audio of that.
Shout out to Elthanis, Greg the Dark Knight Kettering, Caleb Togi Crawford, Edgar So I'm a Spider So What, Edsco. Wait a minute. I haven't seen this one yet. Esdokal. Did I say that right? Estokal. And Nick. Shout out.
Shout out.
Thank you so much. You too can be in the shout out tier. It's expensive, but we appreciate you. For real, it's very necessary.
Get us out of here before we say something bad, Ian. It's that time.
All right, bye.